common problem on these engines is they have this steel intake pan with aluminum intake, and I've heard that cited as a cause, and also that these bolts are too long and they bottom out before they get a chance to properly tighten this gasket here. And as a result, either way, from the two metals expanding at different rates or from the bolts are too long, you don't get a good seal in this gasket. And as you can see here, it is blown out, as is common with these. I've heard they also suck in. I'm not sure which is a more common problem, but either way, you get air leakage, which causes pinging or spark knock, which is not good. If you look through my other videos, you'll see that it actually blew a hole through one of the pistons in my pickup. So I just wanted to do a video of changing one of these. Hopefully in my main video on doing the engine, I'll get in a little bit of how to take this off the truck, and hopefully this will help out somebody that's going to do this, save a little bit of money taking it to a mechanic. Basically what you want to start doing is loosening these bolts. You want to start at the ends and work your way in, crisscross. I've already started, so I'm just going to set this on the tripod and go to it. Alright, it should just come right off. You might have to pry it. Alright, as you can see, there's a couple spots here and here. Both, it's sucked out a little bit. Basically what you're going to do is you just want to clean off all the gasket material you can. This one is going to come off in chunks. And then we will scrape it clean with a scraper. Alright, believe it or not, this shiny pan here, mostly, is the same black oily pan I just pulled off. Took a little bit of work and quite a bit of time, but I got all the gasket cleaned off. I ended up having to use a scraper and a wire brush to get it all, and a little bit of intake cleaner. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a little bit of RTV Ultra Black, or this is Permatex Ultra Black. There's different types and brands, and I'm just going to put a thin layer on the surface here, and then I'll put some on the pan as well. It's not really required, but I'm going to do that just because of the tendency of these to come apart. And I'm just going to put just a very thin layer to basically to help hold the gasket in place. Alright, now I'm just going to stick this gasket on here. Make sure my holes all line up, at least somewhat close. And then intake pan. Set that on, and I'm going to grab, hopefully, if I can hold on to it, grab a couple bolts and start these in. Just going to snug them down to start with. You're going to make sure when you're tightening these down, you want to start from the middle and work your way out. I actually messed up a little bit and started on the outside, but I don't have those very tight yet, so you want to crisscross. Well, unfortunately, apparently I don't have the right size socket for my torque wrench to torque these down to the proper specs. So I'm basically just going to keep working my way around, crisscrossing like I was, and get these down so they're fairly snug. But you don't want to over tighten them. Keep in mind it is an aluminum intake. If you over tighten them, you could end up stripping out a screw, and definitely don't want that. I'm also going to clean up these surfaces here on both this, and I'll end up doing it on the engine as well. The gasket surfaces, you want to make sure you get all the old gasket off here, especially because on these I don't think you want to use any kind of RTV sealant. These are a metallic type gasket there, so you want to make sure you get all the gasket material off. See, that's the new gasket that just goes on there. That's I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of metallic type material.